is another bit straight from the source. Listen to this. Yoo-hoo! I don't know if you can hear that. That's the sound of dirt in my teeth. Anyway, check that one out. Ew. That is super sick. I love it. Woohoo! Here comes another one, just like the other one. Yee-hoo! And another one. Well, after that little awesome session in the bush, I'm left with this big plate of species. There's about 21 big ones and a whole heap of little ones too. So today I just want to prep them. I'm going to give them a good wash and see if I can see any visible gold. I want to get them down to something that looks like a bit more like this. So I'll run you through the steps of what I do to prepare all my species, and don't worry, I've got a few buckets of dirt to wash too. Should add to the day's total. So let's get into it. The first thing I'm going to do is see which ones I'm going to crush with the crusher, and if it's only got a little signal in it like that, then I will put it through the crusher. If it's got a big whopping signal in it like this, then I will crush it down and try and make it into a specie. So the other thing I do is try and locate where the gold is in these big species. So there's nothing in that end, but if I turn around, so it's clearly up here and this end of it. So what I'll do is, when I break it, I will try and get the specie out of this end and I'll just put the rest of it through the crusher. Quite a few of these have amazing signal, so hopefully we get a really good show of colour at the end of the day. Okay, so after that I end up with a tray full of stuff that I will crush down in the crusher. And all of these have really good signals in them, so I'll show them the hard knock life and bust out whatever good little species I can find. The rest of it will go through the crusher as well. First of all, let's get these down to some sort of size for the crusher. Of course, when crushing down these bigger bits, I always run it back over the monster just to check to see if we've got any cool species like that and any free mill reef gold, because I'll keep it separate and not put it through the crusher. Because I reckon a piece like that is way cooler than just a little piece of gold. Now it's time to give these ones a bit of a bath. And my weapon of choice for that is my naughtiest child's toothbrush. When washing these rocks, you start to reveal the true nature of what's actually on them. And it gets quite exciting when you see some nice visible stuff like that. Look at that pocket of yum yums. Oh, sounds pretty good too. Yeah. Oh, it's windy. Alright, so I've given those beauties a bit of a bath. Now it's time to give them some precision cracks and see if we can't expose some of that beautiful looking gold. So with bits like this, it's not that much to look at, so I'll put it in a dolly pot, give it a light smash, and see how it looks after that. If it doesn't look any good, then I'll just crush it down. That will do. After giving this one a few knocks, you can just start to see a little bit of gold sticking out the end there. Just here. Just out of that nice little vuggy section just there. Sometimes you'll get the crush just right and you're left with a beautiful little piece of reef gold like that. Yoo-hoo! Precision stamper. So these are the cool little pickers and species after doing the rough crush. I'm still going to run all of that through Pete's rock crusher, and then I've got a couple of buckets of dirt to run as well. Whilst out having a little fossick with my kids, we found these two things. We know what that one is. What do you reckon? Dinosaur egg? So, time to pan that down. I'll just do a little scoop at a time. It's a lot easier with this super fine stuff. Oh, it's windy. See if we got any gold in the first scoop. And we did. There's plenty of steel off the crusher, but still plenty of fine gold. Alright, I will get through all of that and show you the results at the end. This is the one I look forward to the most, not because it's the last one, but because it's the first one that came out and got poured into the other pan, and it's the stuff that came out of the crusher. And the last pan did not disappoint. There you go. Still some fine stuff, but a couple of nice big bits as well. All right, I'll do a snuffer dump and I'll get some clean water onto it. And we did pretty well. So this is just a bit of a mixture of water and rinse aid. I always just use the last little bit of rinse aid and fill up a bottle full of water. You don't need a lot in there, so it doesn't matter that's watered down. Now there'll be a lot of iron in here from the crusher, but we're going to have a quick look and see how we went on that crush. Pretty good. So what I'll do now is I'll dry it all out and run a magnet over it, try and get rid of most of that steel, clean it up, and we'll get it on the scales with the other bits. Just get me one of these. Perfect. Some of the simple jobs when cleaning up your gold are the most satisfying. I really enjoy doing this. I don't know why. It's quite simple, but I quite like it. Now, I was only out there for 3 hours, so I didn't expect a massive total, but I did really well in those 3 hours. So I was very happy with the little bits of specie gold that I got, that I was left with, and the total of the gold, it's pretty good for 3 hours. I've also got a couple of buckets to wash, so they will just go in the total of all the gold that I've been getting from washing the buckets. I'm up to about 6 grams so far out of that. Ooh, 0.69. We love that. This one here is, I'd say, is definitely a 0.2 there, which is a nice little nugget. That one there is decent too.